Stop there! Who the hell do you think you are? That voice wasn't mine, nor was it a neighbor just yelling for no reason. It was directed squarely at my wife. She had her earbuds in, just finishing the third lap of her usual morning run when she heard it. My wife turned, confused, wondering if it was some kind of mistake. But no, the voice was pointed at her. A new face in an oversized security vest, arms crossed like he'd just caught a fugitive. Welcome to Prodigy Tales. Make sure you like and subscribe for your top-notch HOA drama. Excuse me? She asked, pulling out one earbud. How can I help you? She looked more puzzled than anything, like a teacher correcting a student mid-lecture. The man stepped forward, sunglasses tilted, chewing like he was auditioning for a bad cop drama. This is a no-running zone. You're trespassing, he declared, glancing over at another guard standing stiffly by the sidewalk, nodding like a malfunctioning bobblehead. Now, let me be clear, we've lived here for 3 years. Not once has there been a no-running sign, policy, or complaint. My wife jogs the same route every morning, waves at the same old man watering his petunias, and even brings dog treats for the neighbor's beagle. But today was apparently a crime scene. She tried ignoring him and continued running, hoping it was some prank or misunderstanding. But no, they followed her. 2 uniformed HOA security guards with shiny new boots and clipboards like they were born for confrontation. She stopped again. Seriously? I live here. I'm just running. I do this every morning. The second one finally spoke. This is private property, ma'am. HOA rules state no unauthorized activity. We'll need to verify your identity. She laughed. Not a ha-ha laugh. The kind where you know someone's trying not to lose their temper. Running is unauthorized now? She asked. I didn't know fresh air was illegal. Please don't be difficult, the first one replied, stepping closer. We just need to confirm you belong here. That's when my wife realized this wasn't confusion. This was harassment. Something was off. And those men? They weren't just doing their jobs, they were itching for power. They wanted her ID, but my wife wasn't carrying one. Who takes a driver's license on a morning jog? She told them calmly, I live 2 blocks down. You can follow me there. I'll show you my ID, no problem. But they refused. Flat out. No, ma'am. We can't let you walk further until we confirm your identity. What kind of logic was that? You're stopping someone from proving they live here because they haven't proven they live here? Brilliant. At this point, they had boxed her in like she was a suspect, not a resident. But what they didn't know, what they really didn't know, is that my wife isn't just some average jogger. She's CIA, not former, not retired, active. Of course, she wasn't going to flash that card unless she had to, but you'd think 2 half-baked rent-a-cops would have the common sense to back off after being offered a peaceful solution. She tried reasoning again. Look, I'm just heading back home. Come with me. I'll show you whatever you want. But they stepped closer, talking into their cheap walkie-talkies like they were preparing for a takedown. We've got a non-compliant female suspect. Request backup. Backup? What was this? Call of Duty HOA edition? It was clear these guys were fresh hires. Probably bored ex-mall security or military rejects trying to flex their little authority badges. And their boss? Clara, our neighborhood's infamous HOA president. A raging Karen with a Napoleon complex and an obsession with power. She was the type to report squirrels for violating noise ordinances. She hated my wife for reasons as petty as her sports bra being too bright on morning runs. So of course, this wasn't random. This was planned. Clara had sent her new attack dogs to start a scene, but Clara didn't anticipate what would happen next. My wife warned them one last time. If you don't follow me peacefully, you're going to have a problem. They laughed. One actually said, what are you going to do? Outrun us? My wife smiled. Something like that. Things were getting serious. The tension was rising fast, and if those goons had any brains, they would have walked away right then. But nah. Egos were bigger than their badges. I'm not in for this nonsense. I'm out of here, my wife said, stepping back and turning to walk away. She was done playing games. But one of the HOA guards, the stocky white guy with the buzz cut and neon vest, lunged at her and tried to grab her arm. Big mistake. Before his fingers could tighten, she pivoted fast and slammed her palm into his chest, launching him flat on his back like a sack of concrete. The clipboard flew out of his partner's hands. The bald black guard rushed in, shouting, "Ma'am, don't make this worse for yourself." She didn't even blink. He swung to grab her, and she caught his wrist midair, twisted, and used his momentum to flip him face first into the grass like a training dummy. He groaned and stayed down. The third guard, a skinny guy, probably fresh out of some low-budget security course, had been hanging back but got bold seeing both his coworkers down. "You're in big trouble," he yelled, pulling out his radio. My wife walked calmly toward him. He reached for her shoulder and instantly regretted it. She ducked under his arm and tripped him with a clean sweep. He hit the sidewalk hard, rolling over and whimpering. A neighbor across the street gasped loud enough to be heard and raised her phone to record. My wife looked around, calmly adjusted her ponytail, and muttered, "I warned them." 3 men, all groaning on the pavement, their pride shattered, and not a single one able to explain what just happened. Some folks had stepped out on their porches now, unsure what they were seeing but fully glued to it. Nobody had expected the runner lady to go full CIA mode, but she did. And the HOA goons, they were learning the hard way. My wife walked through the door like it was just another Tuesday. "So, how was your run?" I asked, half smiling. She raised an eyebrow, tossed her hair tie on the counter, and said, "Let's just say they won't be bothering me again." I laughed, but she wasn't joking. "Wait, did something happen?" She gave me a casual nod. "The new HOA guards, they tried to get grabby." My smile dropped. "You okay?" She smirked. "Of course I'm okay. They're the ones who aren't." We sat down and she played me the video someone had already uploaded online. It had spread like wildfire. My wife tossing those security goons like yesterday's trash, all in high-def glory. One neighbor even added slow motion and dramatic music. The comments were gold. Then she made a single phone call. 10 minutes later, the security company was panicking. Within 2 hours, all 3 guards were fired. Clara, yes, the wicked HOA president Karen herself, tried doing damage control, but it was way too late. The neighborhood was buzzing. Folks who barely waved before were now saluting my wife when she walked by. Everywhere we went, people whispered, "That's her." Some even asked for tips on self-defense. It wasn't just respect, it was fear, admiration, power. And from that day forward, nobody messed with the CIA jogger again. The end. Please like and subscribe for more HOA showdowns like this. Do you think Karen got what she deserved? Comment below.